What's going on, PNPT family? What I wanted to show you guys today was a little bit of a spine flow because I know a lot of us are spending a little bit more time at home, probably not moving as much as we're used to. And so all that stagnation can create a lot of tightness in the spine. So what we're gonna go through today is we're gonna go through some movements for the neck, some movements for the thoracic spine, and another movement that's gonna encompass the whole spine, okay? So we're gonna start with the neck. So you guys can do this in kneeling like this, tall kneeling like that, or in seated or standing. It doesn't really matter because we're just really focused on the neck at this point, okay? So you're gonna tighten up your fists and you're gonna create a little bit of a squeeze and you're gonna punch down to the floor. Now from there, you're gonna take a breath in, full breath out to get some abdominal engagement. Now from here, you're slowly gonna bring the chin down to the chest, making sure that you don't open the jaw to get there. Then once you get there, you're slowly gonna scrape that chin across the chest to the left shoulder, bring that ear back to the shoulder blade, and slowly rotate the chin to the opposite shoulder and come back across the chest. And you'll notice as I scrape across the chin, tilt it back, as I get to the right shoulder, it's a rotational component, right? If you can imagine your chin having an extension of a laser pointer and you're gonna draw a circle on the ceiling. Just like so, okay? And one thing I wanna note is while you're going into this extension, which is going backwards, if you feel any discomfort, blockage, pain, whatever it might be, tightness, in the extension direction and it feels like it's back here, that's not something you want to push through, okay? Now, that's probably indicative of the spine kind of closing in on each other, so you don't want to push through it, but rather, if you feel a pinch, get out of it and then continue the circle, okay? So now you just did 3 in one direction, now we're gonna go 3 in the opposite, all right? So tuck the chin, scrape that chin across to the right shoulder, tilt the right ear to the shoulder blade, and explore to the opposite side. Now, notes you should be taking is one side easier than the other? What part of your circle is feeling a little bit tighter? These are things that you might need to address further. But for now, you're just assessing, you're just kind of feeling things out. Tilt and bring it back. Very nice. Good. Okay, so that was for cervical spine, right? Not too bad. So now we're gonna do a little bit of the thoracic spine. So that's gonna be more of your mid to upper back. So I'm gonna give you the side view just so you can see what the first part looks like. Now, this is fairly similar to the movement that you just did with the cervical spine, but now it's gonna be targeted for this area. So you're gonna first kind of create a nice little hug of your shoulders. And then now one by one, you're gonna kind of flex the spine until you get to the mid-back. Now, you'll notice that my chin isn't tucked all the way to the chest, but I'm only stopping that because of the microphone. So what I want you guys to make sure is the chin is all the way down into the chest. Now from here, you're gonna slowly rotate to the side, okay? And I'm gonna give you now the front view of what that might look like. So I'm flexed now. I'm gonna rotate and spin and rotate my spine, squeeze it all the way out. Now from here, my left shoulder blade, I'm gonna kind of think about bringing that shoulder blade down into my back pocket of my left butt cheek. Now from here, once it's out, just like the chin during the neck cars, you're going to rotate using that upper back to the other side, squeeze it out, right shoulder blade down to the right back pocket, and continue to spin. We're gonna go again 3 times. Here, around, drop it down, and one more time. Shoulder blade into back pocket, rotate, and back down, okay? So now we're gonna go the other side, and now I'm gonna do it from the lateral side so you guys get kind of both perspectives here, okay? Now you see how this can be easily implemented into, if you're a desk worker or you're working on the computer a lot now, this is something that you can just do right in your chair, okay? So let's go ahead here, one by one, almost like a wave or almost like a domino effect down the spine, one at a time, squeeze. You should feel a lot of abdominal work here too, okay? Now we're gonna squeeze to the right shoulder blade to right back pocket, and then from here, extend that spine back, rotate, tuck down, bring it around, squeeze it out, right shoulder blade, right back pocket, all the way, back to the center. And again, as you can see, it's just like a circle, just like we've been doing here for the neck cars. Same thing for the thoracic spine. And come back down and back to center. All right. So that was now your thoracic spine. Now we're going to address the whole spine here. Okay. So this is going to be something similar to your cat camel, cat cow, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be more of your segmental spinal wave. Okay. So you're going to get into quadruped. All right. Tall spine position. Now, starting at the tailbone, you're going to tuck, and one at a time, you're going to start to flex that spine. And you want to make sure that you're driving your hands through the floor to get some good engagement. Tuck, tuck, tuck. And then again, the mic is a little bit in the way, so make sure you tuck the chin all the way through. Now, once you're there, go ahead and take 3 deep breaths in. Breath in. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And starting at the tailbone, take it into extension. Notice that nothing else is really moving except for the intended region. So now once I start to wave it to my middle to upper back, I want to imagine as if someone was right here in front of me, I want to imagine that if I wanted to show them my sternum, which is the front part of my chest, I wanted to show that to them. And in order to do that, you got to get extension. All right, once you're there, starting at the tailbone, tuck. Do your best to try to segment it for the intended region only. There you go. Good. Once you're there, we're going to do 3 breaths. Okay? Deep breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And breath out. And one more time back in the other direction. Good. Bring that sternum up. Boom. All right, let's do one last time. Tuck. Okay. So starting at the tailbone. Boom. And what you'll notice, you're taking inventory checks, right? You're going to notice certain areas of your spine are going to have a harder time moving. And that's an area that we'll have to later address for more specificity. Okay? So now breath here. Push to the floor with your hands. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And breath out. And start at the tailbone. And go into the extension. And boom. And there you have it. You have your nice little spine flow that you can start to implement throughout your day. And that's in order to kind of help mitigate all the stagnant posture that you kind of go through. And this should hopefully kind of help open your spine up, which will allow for a little bit more fluidity in your movements and whatever you guys like doing for your fitness regimen. So if you guys have questions, you guys have concerns, I would love to kind of see, any videos, comments. Please share it on the board. We'd love to see some of the engagement from all of you. And
share some of the fun things that you like within the routine, or things that are a little bit more difficult that, you know, maybe Josh and I can dive into a little bit deeper. So yeah, looking forward to hearing back. Have a good one, guys. Peace.